be nice, which I do. I do really try my best to be nice to everyone I meet, even online. But there's a time and place where I will get very mad, and I will do some of the most questionable acts you can think of, which I don't endorse doxing people, because some of the people I have met have doxed themselves. And I tell them off.
I've been quote-unquote doxed. Not really.
So,
technically, now that I think of it, yeah, did you know that Dark actually doxed me? Yeah, Dark Coding actually doxed me multiple times.
Like, didn't most of them were, and I tell them off they were legit.
I mean,
because
not even joking, Dark has legit doxed me before. And I mean Dark Pony, not Dark Herobrine.
Oh my lord, like, this is how you gotta think. You got the green bean and you got the black bean. You know, at one point in time, I really wish I didn't trust him because he pushed a lot of my friends aside, including you guys. And I don't trust him because he is a complete maniac.
I had no introduction to these people. I haven't talked to an agent.
Who does Dark think he fucking is? That, and technically you do know that I'm a better YouTuber than he is, right?
Well, the question is that everyone can be a better YouTuber, but, you know, in a lot of ways, you know how, like, I said this a long time ago, that the only way to be a better YouTuber, you gotta prove that you are? And for me, even though I make content that seems a little bit generic in a lot of ways, where I just do talk podcasts, and I do tell people I do podcasts, but I don't have names for them, I just do them on the bad. Like, when I'm really in the mood, if I'm in the really good mood to do it, which I am right now, and my stomach's trying to tell me that I'm hungry, which I'm not going to do that, the one thing that I have learned about streaming now is to eliminate all the food. Like, here's the thing about streaming. You gotta avoid going to the bathrooms for every 15 minutes. And here's the thing about it. If you're doing really long streams, you have to do around 15 to 25 minutes of breaks. So, if I have a 1-hour stream, that's 2 minutes that I have to put away. And if you have a 2-hour stream, you got 15 minutes of break. I really don't know, man. Another question I will ask you now, with the situation with this Kim thing and the Dark Herobrine situation, I need some like, not answers, but I want to have speculations, because that's something that we like to always on my channel.
Technically, me and Dark Herobrine don't have issues anymore. It's just Dark Coding being a pain in the ass.
Again, I have no idea.
It's just like me and Dark here, Brian. It's a very long story, and it's kind of a little bit of a long explanation. The only way I can tell you is that I told you earlier that he at one point sent a minor, questionable, unsolicited
content. Yeah, it's like, I see it more as somebody funding their dad's porn stash. But like,
indeed, someone sent this to Cody Brooks, who was 17 or 16 at the time. And in his country, it's legal to do that, but in the U.S., it's not. Like, it is not.
Trouble, but he can't.
He can't because of international law. International law really affects that. But he can. Here's the question I will say, but the FBI can look into it to his computer and see if there's any child porn or CP porn itself.
See, that would have been more interesting to talk about than just saying porn in general. Saying child porn.
Well, there's child porn. I think he ever taught me. And someone a long time ago told this to me that
is that
right? He used an age roleplay with his CMC, which are the live ones. And it got really weird when you try to talk. I tried to talk about it.
Hey, wait a minute.
A very long time ago, before I met any of you people, there used to be a man by the name Old Viction or Old Legend. He told me this in a DM call, and I recorded it. We did a half-an-hour call before he had to leave. because he is on parole because of the CP he had on his computer and his phone. He turned himself in. He's the only one that has ever turned himself in out of 115 different bronies I have seen. Only one has truly redeemed themselves. Right?
Even think of giving up on me now.
Yeah, I know who old Legend is. Me, last time I checked, me and Old Legend aren't on good terms. Last time I checked, they didn't like me.
I don't understand why or if he didn't like you is my question.
It's the fact that I was simping for Dark Pony at one point.
But you don't.
Just a little more.
I mean, I said last time that I talked to him, me and him weren't on good terms. But that was like back in, I think, 2019 or 2020, when me and him last talked.
He's done it.
I haven't heard from him ever since.
Yeah.
Insane! You rock, Grace!
Well, I'm gonna say this, cartoons. They have already got Jeffrey Edwards at one point in jail one time, but they had to release him due to the circumstance the evidence was not clearly given, even though he's questionably immorally wrong. And he has CP and all these kind of stuff that we have said a long time ago. Like, this is before Sean was up. It is a felony in a lot of ways because it's immorally incorrect to do it. And I know that a lot of people love to argue the same thing if it being fiction characters.
Hello,
like,
Because it makes people feel.
It's like Lolly, I guess. Lollycon.
Yeah, and oh my god, cow porn, oh my Jesus Christ, like, I'm gonna be honest right now, that stuff in a lot of ways when furries try to do this kind of thing, like, I have looked into so many furries that have done crazy stuff on Kiwi farms, like, this Sonya the Dragon is another one that Roy and me has dealt with. Boy, I have tried to get into that person's noggin and tell them off, and they don't give two shits about what I'm trying to give them. I gave them plenty of chances to turn themselves in, and they did not say a single word about it.
It's basically the whole thing with...
I wonder something.
At this rate, we're doomed.
I wonder, ASP, what is your opinion on Dark Pony 345, aka Darkness Parasite?
I can't.
I'm gonna be honest, even though this is gonna be absolutely the most immoral and questionable thing, he's a waste of space. It is the only thing I hate to say it, but that's the truth. He's wasting everyone's time.
Well,
he has wasted so much of everyone's life that we cannot get back 4 years of our life. That's how bad it is.
Honestly, he's a manipulative bug.
You know what's funny about him? He could manipulate me for no reason. He could not do a single thing about it because he kind of knew that, like, he might be the master of manipulation in some cases, but he's not, because I don't consider myself a completely fully in control sociopath who's active, but I kind of know the deal when people are trying to do stuff. But here's the thing about him. He's a complete low functioning sociopath, which means he does not know what he's doing wrong. He just knows that he's doing it for gaining attention, like most narcissistic people would.
right.
Like, I am not a narcissistic person myself. I used to be a very piece of shit a long time ago when I was 18 and 19 when I was around Dark Herobrine. I used to simp so hard for Dark Herobrine that anyone came my way, I would rip them a new one. That's how much of a complete sociopath I was. But when he basically tried to do the suicide card on me and everyone that was around me, I completely flipped the switch on him and told him to go screw yourself.
It's a deep wound.
Like, if you do that, like, he's a pedophile himself because he basically is interested in kids.
Just as I thought.
Even if he's not told off to do it. So, another problem that I'm going to say right now with most current fandom situations. Now, when it comes to people who are Sappho, the hypnotist, the zoophile, and I'm going to tell you right... Sappho or Catherine. Catherine is what her name is. I'm going to go by that name. So, because funny enough, that is her legal name. She said on one of her posts, she's the same age as me also. So that gives you an idea how old she is.
There's something I want to make sure
And it's extremely disturbing on my end. So, basically, she manipulated her entire fan base to do what she wanted behind closed doors. And lied about her therapy. And so many people have called her out. I told her to go F herself because she is trying to make a belief that is so wrong and is not right in the head.
Take a look over there. The Nine Tails is sealed within
I know
that
it's for
intuitive.
gain. I think what I'm going to be
But be careful.
really stupid ass myself, and I'm going to say this. Maybe she did it for the attention seeking.
Then let's see what he
And
can do.
I feel like she was lying about the whole hypnosis thing the whole time. So my speculations are is that she completely fabricated it, including the sexual identity, just to get canceled on purpose. And if you think about it, some furries purposely cancel themselves
Take me over again.
intentionally on purpose.
I'll just give you chakra.
And I say this from the bottom of my heart. Most people do. Yeah, cartoons, we do have his IP address, but here's the thing, we cannot share it online because in some cases you can share it online to be as a threat
I'll use your power.
to get him offline. Well, that, and also for the stuff he's done, including trying to ask people for nudity. Also, Jeffrey Edwards also showed his, genitalia on camera on YouTube once. Yeah, so YouTube has a pretty less-minded staff than what they would have done 10 years ago. Because 10 years ago, if you were to show any form of that stuff, they wouldn't care. But now, since we have a ton of people who are complaining all the time, and always reporting people, mass flagging people, no dislike button. Also, a really big problem because I want to see my dislikes so I can know I'm getting feedback from my fans.
Isn't there a
YouTube? What?
There is a Chrome extension to where you could see your comment and your likes and dislikes.
Time to pick myself up as come.
Yeah. I might need to ask you for that later in the call, but for right now, okay. So after we already got the what is that Asian person that we were talking about, the Korean person, King Sim, whatever his damn full name is. He also deleted some stuff on his channel. He deleted his channel a couple of days ago, I think. I had to look into it because I didn't want to assume too far into what that madness like Polly Hall was. The Polly Holland situation. That person's still a young adult, and he is completely a maniac.
It's called living a life, old man.
He has no brain cells also.
I'm surprised you've lived this long.
He possibly doesn't even have a functioning brain cell to give logic. He's too autistic and too retarded to do anything.
And I've learned much more than
He tries to call out Thompson Gary, who is Lyle Convoy. He tried to call him out and tried to do these kind of bullshit things. And I'm gonna call him
Yeah, I
about
don't trust him anyway.
And now we're looking at
I
war number
shouldn't
4.
trust that guy.
Is this the best way
what,
for
Thomas
you?
Garrow?
No, we
is
go.
different.
Oh, that's his real
Past
name,
wars we
Thompson.
stole from each other, but
Oh,
this
yeah.
battle is for everyone.
And everyone
Don't
else.
trust him.
Oh,
Don't trust that guy.
I did talk to him once, and boy, me and him would go at each other's throats all the time when we were in the Senate.
That's one of the people who tried to, quote unquote, expose me. It's a funny story. I'd love to tell it.
You know how old he is? He's 38.
Just moving towards
38, really? He's almost
The
40
world
years
doesn't need
old.
to move any more than it has.
What is with these
Just
30-year-olds
need
and
to
40-year-olds
sleep
getting
with
so
these
mad
Yomi.
That
about
is
everything?
sad.
You're the
Can
one.
I tell
what
the
is so-
story before my
Yeah,
phone
yeah.
dies?
myself.
Yeah,
For the
you.
future.
So
you have a
I-
I will
charger?
defeat you here.
No, I do not. So it's gonna have to be quick.
I
I'm at
see.
4%
Okay.
and going.
Seems you have a few dance
So
moves
I
left.
have this problem of getting angry on Twitter. Like I used to have the problem, but I don't anymore. I mean, I do, but I kind of went after somebody, and I think it was on YouTube or Twitter. I'm not sure.
Grandma Tsunade?
And then Anthony comes into my DM.
Are you okay?
Talking to me
Yes,
like a normal,
I've already
like acting
healed
like
my wounds.
we're having a normal conversation, like we're friends.
We've arrived.
and
I never imagined
he invites
you
me
could
to
use
this
the
Discord
flying
server with the
Raijin
barrel.
jutsu.
I don't recommend anybody.
The fourth Hokage taught us this too.
I think it's.
We were
I call
finally
it
able
death
to do it,
pit.
but it took 3 people.
Your soul dies. when
Thank
get
you.
there. It's.
Everyone's still alive, so we must not be too late.
It's not a good place.
I think I kind of remember that place being a thing if you know about Joshua Kent Vita.
Josh.
So
Yeah.
was,
Like
this,
we're
was
ready.
this place long before that group chat that Anthony
Living
made
this long
became a
really
thing
pays
where there
off.
was a
Unreal.
group chat
Never
called
thought I'd see
Shut
today
the
when the
Fuck Up
5 Kage
Liberal,
would fight
or
together.
rather I think it was Shut the Fuck Up Libtard or something like that.
It was
Yeah.
fuck up libtard.
The 5
That's
Kage.
exactly the second
Count
one you
me
said
in,
was
too.
exactly the correct one. I
That
was
won't
at
be
one point in
necessary.
time a part of that.
How come?
One point.
This war
A
is
part
no
of it.
longer
Not a good
just to
place.
protect you. It's a
You
fight
know
about
what's weird about
protecting each
Anthony in a
other.
lot of ways? For some reason, he liked me for some reason. Like, as, he said,
Here and
"Do I
now."
know you from somewhere?" I told him, "Yeah, you kind of forgot that I'm from
At first, I
at
thought
one
the
point the
sole
city,
reason of this
and
war
I'm
was
that
to
cloud
beat
who
us.
really likes to tell
So
people
I
off."
joined the Ninja Alliance.
It's a kind of a really,
But
it's a really
alongside you all,
weird thing. There is the Snake Pit, which is the worst of the worst of all the other
now
servers.
I am here.
The
as
barrel was just the
Hokage
beating.
for the Ninja
The Senate is
Alliance.
just the ground surface, and you got the Snake
And
Pit.
in the same way, the ninja villages
You're talking a
once
whole nother level of
separate
shit.
have joined
It
together
felt like a
in an
snake pit.
attempted
That just kept
alliance.
getting bit over and over and over
Because
and
of
over
this,
again. It just
it is
kept
possible
attacking
that
me.
the chaos and
All I could do was
hatred
yell
throughout the
back,
ninja
but they
world
just
can
kept
be
telling me to
dissolved.
shut up.
Leave this mother to us.
They try to call you
We'll settle
slurs,
this
like
quickly.
really like beyond slurring and
Let
more
this
like
be a
bigatory
first step
slurs.
toward putting
Yeah.
an end
So,
to the hatred.
what
I'll
is
leave the
the
other
Snake
mother to
Pit,
you
really?
as a
I've
step
heard of it
toward
before,
hope for
but
the
I
future.
It's-
haven't.
It's deep down, it's like.
The old and the new.
You want to talk about 4chan, Kiwi
It's
Farms, and
moderate.
8chan together.
It's really just
You're-
their insecurities.
We will protect.
We're talking
you
like
on
to
this
the point of
battlefield.
insecurity, point
So you
of
go
just
to the other side
absolutely tearing to
and fight
everyone.
to protect us.
Now, here's the funny thing about the analyst group.
Naruto.
That group has a very,
is
very
our
tight
message
niche
to
of
you.
people that they only invite to the limbo group. Which, if you are invited by it, you are set to be cursed from the point you are joining. Basically,
I
it's a
tried
cult.
getting into that group.
It is a cult. The only person that has access to it is Looney Turtle,
Right, let's
and
find
he's
this.
one of the owners of that place. And only people that make reviews that they like. And here's the thing, I'm going to tell you from the bottom of my heart, I have talked with some analysts. I have been around both Lightning Bliss and Silver
Yeah,
Claw.
I had a few weird run-ins with Flissy.
Lissy ain't that bad. It's just that she was associating herself with the one and only Toon Critic, and that really pissed me off.
Breaking through times
He
of
was.
chaos.
I thought he was a cool dude at one time.
He was not really a cool dude from what I saw. He was about the same height as me when I was 17 when I met him.
I mean, when I started watching like TF2 Anarchy, it was like really cool. He was really cool to me. I
You know what I
liked his character. I really liked his character design and just his.
You know what they
personality.
could have done if they were to go back in time and erase him from existence off of TF2 Anarchy? Because the one thing that I really wish deep down they could have done is just erase him. Like,
Perfect timing.
deep down in my heart,
Now
I
to
know
my
that everyone hates him.
tales.
But deep down in myself, I want him to be completely erased off the whole internet system, because he's a part of the Sonic fandom. Because here's another thing about me about Lightning Bliss. Like, I have a recording of the panel that she did. She did the internet safety thing. I was like, wait. She's the only panelist that has something like this.
Finally on, huh?
And how on earth does she even use this? Because the whole thing was an hour.
It's a must-win
Like she was a little bit like, even though she was a Gemini, because I already knew her birthday was in June and she's about 40. I knew that because I looked at her date of birth a long time ago, back in June. Like, she turned 37 this year,
and are eliminating
or
all
38,
enemy
I think.
forces.
About the same age range as Anthony and Thompson Gary. Gario, whatever his last name is. He also has a Spanish last name too, which I cannot pronounce.
There's not much else we can do.
To give you an idea on how the analysts group too, back on the topic of their group, there's only about at least around 120 or 130 of them that exist.
In fact, if I remember correctly, at one point a FNGR, a supposed FNGR account showed up on one of my streams at one point.
You can relax now,
If
Sakura.
I remember correctly.
Time to finish
I think
this.
it was called simply Anthony, I think.
Everything's gonna be fine now.
Well, that's not Anthony's name on YouTube. He goes by Anthony O'Gara, or for no good reason.
Help you guys win.
Well, if I remember correctly, he has multiple accounts, so it could have been one of his accounts.
You should not be here.
How do I tell
Just
it?
like-
What's
How
the
do
point
I
of
tell if
surviving
it's
if
the
I'm
real
alone? I want
FNGR?
to fight this thing with everyone else.
Nope. I can give you an idea if he is saying stuff that with his main account, then it is him.
I'm gonna wrap
But
this up
if it is not his account, I would say look at his name, because I have a document full of his names that were on his YouTube channel. And his YouTube channel basically has over 7,000 people following him, or 8,000 approximately, which is about under the 10,000 people mark. So he lost a lot of people off of his channel. Like, he lost about 1,400 followers off of that time when he got exposed for the shitty stuff he done. Like, we do have very dangerous people on the internet, right? And
When all is
But
said and
yeah,
done, my battle with you is mere
honestly,
child's play.
you know that, honestly,
A trivial game
one
when
day I
compared to my
hope
fight
to
the
get to
death with
battle
Hashirama.
FNGR and utterly destroy him.
my question is how you are going to do that exactly, because you're younger than him. Like, you're 20 years younger than him. How you're going to manage on his part, because
Victory is out of
he has
reach
more.
for you.
You know what
Nobody
his
knows
triggers and
until it's
stuff are,
over.
right? What if we
Not-
used all of his
get
triggers,
too
you're like,
cocky if I were
what actually pisses him off
Don't
against
push your
him?
luck. Like I said before,
You know, he's
tormenting amateurs is nothing
also
more than game
a very
to me.
trigger about liberals. You know that, right?
Sharingan and Rinnegan. These two powers.
You know what's really
combine
funny
their
about
lives
you know what's really funny about him? If he is someone who at all helps, he said the N-word more than once. So he's not really fully any kind of Democrat that I know of.
Don't ever mess with it.
And most people that say the N-word are not
Never
at
mess
all
with Nuccia.
liberal. They are
Well, we've
completely
got something
Republican
for you, too.
or conservative
Mother
or
Eye.
extreme
Do you
far right.
realize
Now,
there's a fundamental
here's the thing
difference
about it. When
between
you think
us
about
and you.
how people accommodate
It's
when it
not
comes
what you
to
think. It's not a difference in
YouTubers that
ability
are drama
or a
related.
difference in
You
experience.
are going to have problems
If
with
you
your
really know
audience,
the truth,
and I know a lot of people
what
don't want me to
separates
always do
us
drama
from
because
you
it is
is
gonna make the algorithms hate me more.
We Kage
And it's gonna
carry
hate
the
us
will
more because
of thousands
some
of
people think
villagers.
it's okay to have one.
Will?
Like, I have a
It's
lot of
something you'll
people
never understand,
I
'cause you've
love
never been in
on
the shoes
YouTube.
of a
Like,
Kage.
everyone who says that they hate Lightning
We
Bush
have
just
the
because of
care
that, no.
and
Like, I know
admiration
she
of our
had some
friends
questionable things at
behind
one
us.
point, like Super Cool did. Doesn't really
As
change the
long
fact
as
that
we
there's
have
still
that,
good content creators out
Kage
there
will
In
like
fact,
them that do
in fact, one
No
thing
matter
that
how
you have probably
strong the
noticed,
opponent,
at least when it comes
or
to how
how
I
deep the
refer to
wound.
Dark Pony, did you notice
We
that I
must
say that
remain
Dark Pony is
standing to the
FNGR
very
2.0?
That
I know.
is the duty
Like, in
we are
some
bound
cases
to
when I'm
as
talking with
Kage.
you, you kind of
The
do.
will of the
You kind of
Kage.
do it, but I don't nearly
Mother
hear it when
Uchiha.
you and I are both talking,
I
because I
suggest you
think
heed these
when it
words.
comes to conversations that are relative to the topic, then it will be relevant to what is now.
Because, really, the reason why I see Dark Pony as FNGR 2.0 is the fact that the two share a lot of similarities. Like, Dark will go after people, not out of wanting to help anyone, but because of he has an issue with said person. And also, just like FNGR, Dark Pony is
bark
racist.
as loud as you want, but it won't faze me.
Not joking, more than once he's actually said the N-word.
Madara, you're about to be crushed.
Like, when it comes to people who do such a thing of racist terminology, like, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I hear people say it all the time, and some people are okay with it. Now, in a lot of ways, if you are going to try to do any kind of dirty jokes about it, or kind of like talk about going to the cornfield to you rice field, like, all that is just jokes that are supposed to be racist offensive. So when you take a defense, because normally people like them are defensive about their race, which, okay, I respect the way you say to me, but you need to understand that people who are like me, and who has a very, very twisted way of my own perspective of life, like, in my own way, I love you as my friend. Like, I will always love you as my friend. Like, I love all the people that I love online. It's just that in some cases I have tendencies to be a little bit like, I will force myself to be a jokester. I will force myself to make comments that I should not be making because it is for the own sake of my own sanity. And I know that sometimes when I'm talking about people, I like it when I don't talk about people in a way where it's like, yeah, I understand where you're going with it, but it's not really useful for me, because you know how, like, when we're looking at all the people that called us out and I'm just looking out here, I shouldn't care about it. I do ignore it. It's just that sometimes if I hear something about I will step up and advocate for what I'm going to say. And I'm advocating for you and me both, because when they were calling you a pedophile, you already made your redemption, right?
Yeah, because I decided. Be right back. I'm being called off.
Okay, I'll keep it going. So, basically, to anyone to really recall what the hell we're talking about and the hell that we are trying to get back into, I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna share my full screen, so anyone who is on, hello. So right now what I'm doing, if anyone doesn't know, I am right now not finishing up stream. We're still talking about stuff, but I'm gonna give myself a quick break, but still stay tuned into this stream. So I'm going to get me a drink while I'm at it, but I'll be still here. So, don't worry about me, worry about yourselves. My freaking mic just decided to loosen up. Okay, Mike, you should not be doing that, and you should not be at all doing any such thing about switching. So, if you guys want to talk about something else, I've been talking with my classmates about the Star Wars saga. Let me do this real quick. We are going to look at the timeline of Star Wars. I'm gonna give my hot take on this, because I right now need to switch conversations and keep it the way it is right now. So there is a lot of stuff I'm going to be talking about tonight while I'm doing stuff. Okay. So what I'm going to be talking about is my views on the Star Wars movies. So I think the true way you should put it in is that the Phantom Menace, but the Ben Kenobi TV show takes place before the events of the Phantom Menace. It takes place at the same time the Phantom Menace takes place, but it is about a year or two before it. Oh, good thing I got me something to drink, because my mouth, it is absolutely the most dry I have ever had with this. So Rogue One takes place before 4 completely begins, but it's in the same time as the events of 4 and 3. The events of 4, 5, and 6 are its own thing. The only movie that I could think of top of my head that is completely a different order. So let me go to this site here. It's updated July 20th of this year. I use different sites for different things, so my resources are pretty much everything. No, thank you. I'm not going to do that on stream. 24 hours of binge watching. Pretty much 10-year-old Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, in the Phantom Menace, in Attack of the Clones. Yeah, I will also say that the events of Clone Wars and the events of the Clone Wars in the movie are both in the same timeline. And number 3, the end of this show begins the events of 3. You go to Rebels, and you have to switch over to the events of 4, which is Rogue One, and the events, because there's 3 movies, 3 things that are happening in 2 and 3. Han Solo takes place, right after 3. Like, out of all the movies I have ever watched from Star Wars, it's always going to have to be 3 that is the darkest tone that I've seen yet to date. And Palpatine, which we're going to be talking earlier. I really wish it was about Palpatine, but without Roy, we're going to have to wait, or Sophia, you want to recall them. So, I don't know how many years takes place in between this, but I think Anakin is like 19 or 18 when this happens. Or close to 30, maybe. I don't know which. Ben Kenobi. Obi-Wan's dead. Yeah, I was right, Obi-Wan. And Han Solo, which just right after. So it's already 10 years later, so I kind of feel like, yeah, it feels that way, that the events of 3 and 4 are kind of its own mix. With a different cast, besides a few noticeable differences in the tone of the story. Rogue One. So it's Island Eroso is rescued from the Imperial labor camp, and the Alliance who wants her to fight, who's working for the secret weapon called Death Star. So basically, this bit of the story takes place at the same time 3 and 4 are happening at the same time. The reason why they're going after Leia is that it's not too complex of a story, but let's just say it's just extremely not too confusing, I would say, about the Star Wars. Then the events of the one that's the true saga, which is the original trilogy, which is from 77 to 82. Or 83, whatever you want to call it. So basically, if you want to go on to a much more in-depth analysis, I will suggest a few YouTubers who have more in-depth than I would do, but I'm just giving you just a quick rundown what I think. I think out of all the movies is the original trilogy, because that's what I used to watch. I'll watch the original trilogy and prequel trilogy. And Star Trek. And Star Wars and Star Trek are two different things to anyone who doesn't know this, but I'm going to give you a rundown on what I think too about the My Little Pony movie. Let's say,
I'm back.
From what I read in the comics, it seems like it's been close to 50 years, or 150 years. So, if anyone does not want to hear me spoil the events of what happened in the comics, please do click off, because I'll be talking about it.
Stay calm and we can get out of this easy.
As we are going to switch to something else, and I'm going to switch to my full screen for TF2. So, I think as of right now, when I first
wondering why I got pulled off, it was kind of easy.
Wanted to see My Little Pony the way it is, I really had a lot of doubts with the My Little Pony. The comics really expand upon a lot of things I would not have. The Generation comic and the next round, the New Generation was a collection of short mini stories are into a big movie. To give you the big rundown what happened, Discord is still alive and really, really raggedy old. Like, really long white hair, long sketchy nails, and pretty much everything there is to having an old person who has a lot of hair in the comics. And basically, if you have that incident where you have that kind of thing,
Now's the time. So long.
you're basically So basically, G5 is a convoluted, loose inconsistencies, but it does have a lot of callbacks that are inconsistent too. So every time that I watch Generation 5 of My Little Pony, it is inconsistent with the story, but everyone loves the ponies. And anyone who says that Posey is a good character, don't tell me about that, because I really hate her because of her really insane bigotry attitude. Her attitude is extremely disheartening, because she does not like the idea of equality, and she is going down the same rabbit hole as some other characters. The reanimated version of Generation 5 is decent, 28 episodes, which are 28 segments into one season. We got about 12 weeks until the end of this year, so we'll possibly have at least close to 48 episodes, maybe 47, depending on how many they're going to be. I have a giant Google Doc of the whole episode list, so I am really up to date to how many episodes there are of My Little Pony. While that's loading up, My Little Pony to me is extremely necessary for my life. Like, for me, it's a lifesaver. Like, My Little Pony is itself, to me, is like the most life-saving thing I've ever had in my life. And I have other things too that I have done before in the past that I really wish I made decisions that were a bit better. Like, I really wish I was online more often in 2010 and 2011. But most of my activity for My Little Pony was pretty vague. So the first time I ever got interactive with anyone was in 2015. That was when I started my YouTube channel 8 years ago. I started my YouTube channel a lot earlier than that, like from 2009 and on. So, when I started to think about ideas for My Little Pony, so the only thing I did first was about that book I had and showing my art, which I really want to do. I really want to show my art occasionally when I ever get a chance, but making videos is like really hard to do if you don't know what you're doing, right? I recorded most of my first videos on an iPad mini in 2016 and 2018. So I pretty much was watching everything on a small screen for the rest of my life until I decided to use a camera. So a handycam camera, like those $250 cameras that you use for a webcam sometimes. While TF2 is loading, I'm going to go on what I think of the comics. I really love the comics the way they are designed, but I'm not going to show you just for the time to get a copyright. And it's very used. Let me put this away right here. I'm just moving stuff around in my room just to get where I need to get at. So the current comics I'm reading right now from the My Little Pony comics is the 5th generation, Generation 4. The very last issues of Generation 4 are from Generations. So there's only 5 comics. I have the whole set. There's only 5 or 8 volumes or segments for part of next year. So in 8 months from now, there will be a total of 10 comics. So until next year in the spring, I think is when they're going to start the next series of comics. What is this? Oh, it's Anna Karina. That's the name of the book from Leah Tolosi. And I'm gonna look here real quick. All my comics. Yeah, I have a lot of comics. Too many to count from. So I have comic issue number 3, 2, and 1. I got a lot of the good covers for the Pony comics, but I just love all of them because the artist is great. Heather Beckel did one of the comics recently too, and she's great. She's great too. She is definitely pretty great.
This ought to make you dance.
Can't keep this up much longer.
And right now I'm trying to do stuff, like what I'm doing right now is just going back and forth.
Dance.
If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm playing Naruto.
Now you're back.
I was back, I just forgot that I had, had my sound, had my mic turned on.
Yeah, I was talking about mod play duration 5. I want to have your opinion on this. What is your thought?
I think it's good so far.
Like, good as in what? Like, I mean explanation. I'm not trying to be rude, I'm just trying to give a little bit, like, what is it that is good about it?
Well, I like the characters so far.
Well, you know, the only two characters I don't like are the Hitch and Sprout. Because there's no packiness for a pony, unless it's Summers or a character I already know with the duration 4 months. I'm fine with it as a character, but he's just not my forte when it comes to characters. He's just a male version of Fluttershy, but less shy and more masculine. I don't like Sprout because he is a total bitch.
I wonder, when it comes to Naruto, as in the series, what do you think of it?
I think it's fantastic that it lasted for over 500 episodes, but I would really agree that it took a full year off before going back on TV.
I'm surprised you've lasted this long against me.
It's still on, it's just that it's not on a whole lot. It's only on at certain times of the year.
What did you think? What do you think of how Naruto ended? Like, what did you think of how it ended?
It was okay.
Because technically, what I'm wondering is, why did Madara not end up being the end all be all of the series?
Kind of funny.
I mean, Madara was built up to be this badass, yet they didn't actually use him, use Madara for the final.
Here's your reward.
Yeah, right now I'm playing TF2. And I'm right now, let's see. Rosa Mitz. What the heck are you doing, Rosa? Like, why? You know, I'm gonna also say this too. I just forgot about this a long time ago, but I still do not forget. Rosa Mitz was stalking me on my Telegram when I never gave her my number out ever again after what she did to me, which was stalking me.
And now I'm at the final part of the Madara fight. He's down to his last sliver of health.
Jeez.
I'm literally beating the living shit out of Madara. Not to say, due to the fact that I just kept spamming the Mytonic regeneration jutsu over and over again.
You basically spammed him so hard you made him quit.
Technically, he's close to it. They have a tiny sliver of health left.
That makes it even more funny. Like, I'm gonna say this much when it comes to Rosa. Do you think she is the most waste of space sometimes when she's trying to talk to people?
Well, I don't hate her, but at the same time, I do find the fact that she constantly will spam DM you to be kind of annoying.
She's just basically just annoying, is what you're trying to. She is annoying. I would agree. definitely agreed on that.
I mean, I don't hate her. I don't hate her, but she needs to tone it down on the notifications sometimes.
Like, all I can say is that some people that try to communicate with me online, in some cases, I don't like it when people are like her that come into my DMs and slither themselves. It's like, yeah, I get it that some people want to slither into my DMs and talk to me, which I'm fine, but give me a heads up. Like, really. Like, when it comes to DMs, you should tell me that you're DMing me for the sake of saying it, so I don't seem like you're trying to be malicious, because I know you pretty well that you're not malicious, neither does RTR or anyone else. They already know that I'm fine with you DMing me, it's just that you have to understand that I have a life outside of YouTube.
Just honestly, I have no issue with the fact that you're a busy person, though. Honestly, I would be okay if you take your time to get back to me.
You just
most
woke
of the
up
time,
after
as
all.
long as you just
I imagine
get
you've had
back
your
to
fill of
me
fighting.
when you have
Very
time.
well. It wasn't like my fight.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll
that's
settle
all I
this in
care
time.
about when
Running
I DM
away,
people.
are we?
Really?
That
To
they
be
get back to
continued.
me.
Today was just a
Event.
sample of
Be
what's
right
to
back.
come. I'll show you
I'm
the
being
power
called
of
off.
God, something you can
Okay.
never attain.
I'm play TF2 while you're at it. So, basically right now I'm in a server. Well, wait a minute, wait. Why is the engineer putting that there? Oh yeah, that's defensive. Where's my team? I am so sorry, soldier. I am so sorry for that. I am so sorry for you, heavies. What is going on here? What did I just get into? I know I missed that one. Oh no! Oh no! I'm getting butt effed. Oh no! Oh no! No, no, you're not, engineer. Engineer. Okay, engineer, you. Okay, these hitboxes are going to annoy me. Like, give me a moment. Give me a moment. I'm having to warm up and get my hands cracked. Okay, now I turned down the volume so it can be at least you can hear me. No. No, no, no. Oh, come on. That, like, oh yeah, I got hit by Taco Bell chicken nugget dippy, man. What? What was that? What is this? My porter. Oh, I'm extremely confused and a little bit weirded out. Come on, man. Come on, let's go. Yeah! Did the whole server just went friendly? Oh, come on, like, I know friendly is okay and all, but there's a lot of people who want to play. Okay, come on, Scout. Okay, what the? I aimed for the head. I aimed for the head, I really did. And it basically did not respond to me. I love this server a lot because it's funny when people get mad at me for playing Sniper, and I love playing Sniper on TF2. If anyone in chat does not see me talking, because the chat is not expanded out of my You stupid spy. An actual dingus. I call you dingus. What the? I am so... What the hell? What is... I don't even want to ask what the hell is going on here. Is this free-to-play doing this? No, it's not. It's free-to-play because they're wearing the hat. Come on. Flip him. Come on. Yes! Come on. A horse having fun here. This is so wholesome. But at the same time, I don't know who's gonna kill me. Oh, to that poor... What'd you do to that poor engineer? He didn't do anything to you! Why? What the... What is going on here? What is this? Like, they just killed him. Oh my lord, this poor sniper on my team. My lord, that is so sad. Oh my heebie-jeebies. You feel endless pain. That is really true. Because you never stop dying in this game. I'm gonna kid you not, to anyone who does not know this game. This game, you die every single minute. Even if you're not. That poor engineer. What are you doing? You telefragging. Telefragging, aren't we? Let's see here. What the? Now you guys just spawn camping the poor engineer's stuff. That was so unexpected. Like, I'm not even going to kill anyone here because this is so wholesome. What is everyone's ping here? What the hell? 281 ping. Unbelievable. This is so cute. What are you doing? What? Demo? What the hell? What the hell, Demo? What are you do? Oh my god, what the hell is going on here? Oh my god, you know what? I'm gonna do something really funny. But it's gonna be incredibly stupid. I'm gonna use something I hate the most, which is this. And I'm going to telefrag them. And I'm going to do it on my live feed. I was trying to do a funny! No, you are going to get telefragged. That's what's going to happen. Oh my... I'm going to do it. I got telefrag too. Okay, I'm gonna be the most stupidest soldier I've ever seen in my life. What do I hear? Tell us. Do I hear it? Do I hear it? When you accidentally... I am now a hybrid soldier. Oh!
I'm back. You there?
Yeah, I'm telefragging people.
Until we meet again, Kage.
Well,
We held our own this time.
right. But we let him slip away.
We were able to counter Madara's incredible power. Do you realize what this means?
Yeah. That we've got what it takes.
Power of the 5 Kage. That's some hard stuff to reckon with.
Got that
That's
right.
funny, I just
And
like
now-
get telefragged. What? What was...
Naruto.
What's up?
I sense a great evil up ahead. We're really close.
Oh, I'm laughing so hard. Oh. Oh my. Hello, Frag.
Literally, no one is watching me right now. Or
What time?
It's 9:01 p.m. for me right now.
I just simply noticed that I califrag people. That's good.
He's
That's
just
funny.
ahead.
That is really funny that I'm doing that. I'm califragging people because it's funny. It's like, wow.
Now I'm getting spammed in my DMs by Layla.
What for?
I don't know, but honestly, they should know that I'm in the middle of a stream. I can't just stop streaming at a moment's notice.
I get dominated by Chad Mate Skin. What is this even?
You know it, Octopops.
I wonder, should I attempt to actually fight Obito tonight? Should I try to fight them? Since they are technically one of the final people that you battle in this game. Since I know that I have to always fight, I have to also fight Kabuto too, if I remember correctly. Since I know that there's a Kabuto fight that you have to do later in the game.
Everyone's fighting hard on all the battlefronts.
That sounds a bit.
My good friends.
But yeah, not only do I have to fight Obito, but later in the game, I also have to fight Kabuto, if I remember correctly. Kabuto, that literally also has.
I know one thing for sure.
I think they had Sage Jutsu or something. I might be wrong.
Chill out, Naruto.
That sounds about right.
Dang, that thing is hard.
I know that I'm dealing with that.
Mask is still like new.
Though technically, I'm also about to have to battle the, 6 of the 9 different Jinjuri. So yeah, I'm about to battle the first 6 Jinjuris. So if I was to say which tailed beast I would have sealed inside me if I was
Yugito.
if I was to choose any, I would choose the 6 tail.
All former Jinchuriki.
Since,
they are your seniors, Naruto.
Just think of it. Me using bubble style.
Where
I literally have bubbles literally explode in people's faces. And basically, literally burn people with acid.
And Madara's eyes too.
Literally.
This mask has 2 holes
That would
in
be
it.
my signature attack.
Unlike the other mask.
Water.
That sounds very legit.
I mean, seriously, just imagine me.
That
you know,
left
you
eye he was
doing
always
this.
hiding.
I would
He was
call
the
it
same renegade
water
that Naruto
style,
and the other Madara.
bubble ball jutsu, and
Stop
it,
both of you
or rather
Madaras.
bubble wand jutsu.
Both.
Basically, I would get out a gigantic bubble wand
This
and
guy's the
start
only Madara,
blowing
right?
bubbles in my enemy's direction,
I
where
see.
they would basically
So you
hone
know
in
then.
on my opponent.
The real Madara appeared on another battlefield, which
That
means
sounds
you're
pretty
a
funny.
Just imagine you having to
prefer to
face
call me by
that.
my former
What do
name
you
of
think
Toby?
of that idea?
Now
Of
that the
having
war
to
has
face
begun,
someone doing that
the
to you.
name is
What would you do in that
irrelevant.
situation?
Tell me, who are you?
I am no
I mean,
one.
just imagine
And
if I was
don't want
one
to
of
be
those,
anyone. All
you
that
know,
matters now is
that
Project
just
Tsukuyomi
imagine
succeeds.
me as
There's
a
no
character in
reason to
Naruto
exist in
just
this
basically being
hopeless world.
spammable.
Eugene Churiki were forced to host
Where-
That's just
beasts
extremely
in
OP.
unknown despair. Am I mistaken?
But really,
I'm sure
just
that a lot of you
imagine
have
me
some
being
understanding of
a
the
character
despair I
like
speak of.
Datara, who basically is spammable.
Don't assume being bonded to a tailed beast is a bad thing.
You know, basically both Datara and the second
Even in
Mizukage
this world,
are
you say
both
is useless.
spammable.
That I am no one garbage is not gonna cut it when you start a freaking war. Even if you change that ugly mask, use a bunch of fake names, and keep trying to feed us.
You know what I did? I did a almost
Always be
a
you.
quad kill
Face.
in TF2.
But
No, I'm
I am
mad.
being serious though.
And
What
I'm
would
gonna
you
enjoy
do
ripping that
if you
mask
were
off of
fighting? If you were fighting my OC and they were
To
using
take off this
jutsu like
mask.
that?
You'll have to
I'd be
make
like,
some
yeah,
bones.
that's not gonna work on me. I'd be like, yeah.
What would be your counter to it though?
Fart. If you just like get a lighter and fart. Jump scare. What are you calling me jump scare, boys? If you call me jump scare, I would be hiding.
Have to deal with them first.
But I'm so unpredictable.
6 of them now. That's too much to stand, cause we can't battle as originally planned. Going down like this, I see no end in sight. How about we split them up for a better fight?
Is it better to take them all at once, or split them up?
With
I
6
took your
against
building.
2, our chances are thin. I say we split them up.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna take your demo.
Let's fight them separately.
Fuck him!
Yeah, I'm about to fight probably the one of the hardest bosses in the entire game. After all, I'm having to take on 6 out of 9 tailed beasts, or rather the Jinjurikis that have them.
Let the battle begin.
Sweet, let's do it. 3 left to go. This ought to be doable.
I would say if I were in that position, I'd be like, okay. I figured out a strategy to get out of it.
So you actually battled, so you actually fought that boss before at one point?
No, I'm just saying as if I had it, I would. I know how to beat games. It just takes me a moment to learn it and then beat the living crap out of it and abuse every single thing I can get my hands on. There is a way to abuse Dead Rising's pre-functions. I have learned that the only way to abuse the living crap out of their system, the Source engine or whatever engine EA or Capcom uses, is extremely broken, just like Source engine.
Damn it.
What do you do?
They literally punched me in the freaking stomach with freaking lava style. And then we have that guy using bubble style, which is freaking annoying.
So what is your opinion on like bubble butts and stuff? Like I know that your character is somewhat a kind of version of Derpy, but what do you think of butts in general?
Depends on which butt.
Let the battle begin.
Like I know Derpy is one of your favorites. You know they got several people to play Derpy Good in her iterations.
What I'm wondering is, after battle, what do you think a cool victory phrase for my OC would be? You know, after battle, that would sound really cool.
I would say but. I'm using the living crap out of demo right now. It's just like, what I even doing right now? I'm just destroying the living crap out of TF2.
Damn it! Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be standing.
Oh.
You are next. I'm not gonna let you keep eating that bubble wand on me.
You're next. At this point, I'm like high on something else. I always tell people, I'm high on dopamine right now. I'm like so high on dopamine that I would just go to Scout right now, and I will get my Criticola, and I'm going to rip and tear right into the living crap out of people.
I keep getting my butt kicked.
Let the battle begin.
Wait, let's do it.
Scout.
Damn it! Seriously? Lava style straight out the gate? Seriously? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna let you use that juice. Oh, shit.
You ran away.
God. I'm trying to be sure that some people are cheating. I feel like some people are cheating already. Using some form of cheat. It's not lag compensation, because I know that everyone's lag compensation comes in many forms. And warp. What is up with this Kuda spy with the ambassador? What the hell?
Now I'm just handling the 6 tails all by themselves. A one-on-one fight.
I was gonna ask you, when I showed you that hypnosis stuff, did you at all feel anything?
Not sure. Then again, I've been like Derpy with from the start, so would there even be much of a difference?
I'll never lose this.
Well, a little bit, because you're trying to believe in yourself. Like, it's not really a delusion, I would say. I would say it's just like you gotta believe in yourself to be something. I believe myself as multiple people at once. I believe that I love Twilight Sparkle at the moment. I love her a lot, and I love the main six. I love Fluttershy. You really want to do that, Soldier? Kadoosh! Kadoosh! You Chad. More like add. I'm adding more kills.
And that, there's the last of them. That's the last of
them. Ran off.
Oh
well, I guess that's that. Time to give B a hand.
Man, they're calling me an asshole just because.
Boy, was that fight a pain in the ass. I had to try 3 times to beat that.
So what exactly do you have to tell yourself to believe you're this character? Like, I know I'm this and that and stuff. I want to hear from you.
I'll blow away all these trees.
Well, what was the trigger again? Since we probably set up a trigger word.
What's going on?
I might have to look at it. I try to avoid using trigger words on stream because I don't know if people are going to be affected by it. I might have to look through the file again. But I will say trigger words should be in private.
You mean because we don't know when someone's going to try and trigger it without me?
Maybe this will liven things up.
Which I mean by like abusing that trigger and causing us to have emotional discomfort and distress also.
What do you mean by that? Does stuff like that actually cause pain?
No, it's more like a mental, not issue, more like you, when you do a trigger word and you abuse it, you're making the person is psychologically disorientating, and the other stuff is basically you are using that trigger word and you're causing them to lose their mind, and you're making them.
And now I'm about to, it's literally Naruto and the 8 Tails versus Obito and 6 out of 9 tailed beasts. And this time they're actually in tailed beast state now instead of, the actual people themselves. Because before they weren't in the tailed beast state. But now they are, so now I'm going to have to deal with multiple tailed beasts.
This doesn't look good, yo. Be careful, Naruto. Let the battle begin.
Basically, another thing too about it too is like if I want to, I can try to like think like, yeah, I'm this, I'm that. I want to believe in myself as this. Sorry. Man, they're using the off my hand to beat these people into oblivion. Jesus.
Good, yo. Be careful, Naruto. Let the battle begin.
Are you just moaning now?
Wait.
I hate to say it.
Alright. You forgot that I comes out of nowhere, didn't he?
Not really, it's just like... Well, I make some weird noises, but I don't do them all the time.
I don't do it all the time either.
I'm gonna go from being spy to soldier. Even though I main 4 classes: soldier, spy, scout, and sniper. Sniper is my top. Spy and demo. Dog. Someone's just saying dog. Chad. Missing. I think at this point the stream has become like just absolutely like what the hell are we even doing anymore? Like I understand where it's come. Like let me check my stream. Like, I'm still going until I have to get off. It's kind of what I'm going for. I'm going over 2 hours, I think. I'm gonna go a double cross.
Damn it! Now I remember how difficult this boss is. Because you're having to deal with multiple tailed beasts, and the fact that they're able to attack you at any point. And can even, you know, multiple can actually attack you out each time.
Can I ask how many hours do you have on that game so far at least? Like in the 100 range, or is it less than 60? I think it took me 15 hours to do the entire Left 4 Dead game in 3 days, I think.
One thing that really gets annoying is the fact that multiple tailed beasts can attack you at each individual time.
Like, on point, or is it like doing it regardless?
Basically, currently, I'm dealing with both the 3 tails and the 2 tails. Both actually. Damn it. I mean, that's the reason why this boss is so difficult. The fact that multiple tail beasts are attacking me at once.
Another telefrag? I'm the only sniper on my team. How sad is that?
Damn it!
What is this I'm witnessing?
You should see the stream. I keep getting my ass handed to me
Naruto,
by a gigantic cat and what equates to a gigantic bird.
Now even the beasts themselves are like my puppets.
I'm just being funny at this point. Let's see here. What the heck are these scouts? What? I'm looking like right now, where the hell did they came from? Did they just turn into seamen? I'm gonna become medic. Oh, come on. Really? Beats the girl is automatically.
Too slow.
I just spawned in the right time. What is this even? This is some wild shit that I'm witnessing right now. I am Wizzy Wizzy, and I am now the doctor in the house. I am the witch doctor, and I have come for your souls and your livers.
I just glad to have multiple tailgates. You know that I'm only having to deal with 2 at once. It would be even worse if I had to deal with like
I am Witchy Witch on the broom. I am Witchy Rich. I am
I'm surprised you've lasted this long against the beast.
I am the witch doctor.
Time to end this party.
It just exploded. Just automatically just exploded on cue. Well, that's sad.
Hey,
We'll give you something to eat. now back to streaming and killing people in TF2.
Whoa! Where am I? The tailed beasts are here.
Naruto Uzumaki, we've been waiting for you.
Huh?
I could hear your voice all this time.
You were one of the 6. What are you doing here? And what is this place anyway?
This is a world deep within the psyche which only Tailed Beast and Jinchuriki can come to. Even the man with the mask cannot come here.
You look pretty shocked.
Eh? Ah! That's the Four Tails who freaking
Australian Gold
Calm down,
Ambassador.
son. Naruto.
That's what you call a real pro
His proper name is Son Goku.
person.
What? Oh. He's got a name. Sorry.
You're a funny one, aren't you?
I've never seen such a gentle opponent go up against the tailed beast before.
Yeah, is that an innate purity? Or did Kurama do an exceptional job of disciplining you?
Gonna have to reload on
Who's
supplies.
that?
It's the Ninetales' real name.
Eh? The Ninetales has a name too?
Uh-huh. Every one of the tailed beasts has a name.
Wow. Never knew about that.
I don't blame you, really.
We didn't know their names either until recently. We're here together with the Tailed Beasts now because we heard your voice.
Your warmth towards them changed our way of thinking.
Being Jinchuriki, we thought of the tailed beasts as nothing more than a surge of power all this time. We never even knew they had names, and didn't care either way. We closed them off and denied their existence.
In a way, I could kind of understand how they felt. I did a lot of pranking so I could get scolded. I'd do whatever I could to get attention. To me, that was much better than being shunned. I'm a Jinchuriki, but I've got Naruto as a name, and that's important to me, so I guess... Just watching that guy who says names aren't important control the tailed beast makes my blood boil!
You really are a funny one, aren't you?
Hurry up and take care of that masked man. Makes me sick thinking of him in control of the tailed beasts.
Right, you got it.
Kurama, you're listening too, aren't you? Give this guy a hand for us.
No reaction.
Sheesh.
Someday, I hope he and I can fight together as a team. But it would be wrong of me to force him. I know Kurama and I can be friends. I want to do what I can to help him with that hatred.
Then why don't you use our power until then?
We don't have much left to offer, but it's better than nothing.
Hi, Lightning Dash. Welcome to the stream.
I'm Yugito Niin, and this is Matatabi.
Yeah, hello, welcome.
I'm Yagura, the 4th Mizukage. And that's Isobu down there.
I'm Roshi, and this is Soma.
I'm
right now trying to deal with trying not to sleep while on stream because I hate it when stuff that happens like that. And my team on Dust Bowl or
The name's
on
and
this.
is Chome.
Thanks. I'll never forget your names now. They're written
I'm doing
in
this
my
half
heart.
awake too, so keep in mind I'm doing this half asleep, half awake. Yeah, engineers, go do that, boys!
One last thing. Kurama should be able to hear you. And if he didn't like you, he wouldn't have come this far with you. know what's going on. Don't you, Kurama?
Get off me!
I will join you, folks.
I'll be taking the Nine Tails now. Naruto Uzumaki, don't you ever quit?
Naruto, you had me worried, fool! You fool!
Sorry, but thanks to getting sucked down there, I learned about the tailed beasts and their names. It was really worth it.
Names? And what would those be?
Run in circles until you die. That's what exactly what he does.
Blue, did you? Well, I'm not gonna tell you. Squawk!
What's with all that extra power?
Let the battle begin!
Too slow!
Always talk about this. I've been observing.
We got Pie Bros and we got Engineer Bros in here. Kill that son of a bitch. Join us. It's Engineer Gaming. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me now.
What's with all that extra power?
Let the battle begin!
You don't mess with the Pie Bros. Neither do Engineer Mains. What's wrong, man? What was that? No! Our intelligent room! Oh no! New plan! The demo are coming! The demo are coming! They're hitting us with fire! They're hitting with their big balls! I have an idea, but it's stupid. Keep them away. That's the part about defending. No, not our spies! There can be only one of us! Some people who don't even have mics. What does this even turn into? This is like 3 AM bullshit. This is like total 3 AM stuff. I believe in love. Oh no.
See if what you're saying is true. Show me.
Right! I'll beat you and prove it!
Someone has to break the tie on the intelligence. Come on, team, let's break it.
Well, I just now took out 5 out of the 6 tailed beasts I'm having to battle. There's only the 7 tails left.
That time.
Go get him, spies! Gets better from here. This is just a start for me.
Talk about the same thing. I've been observing your actions for a long time now. So you must understand this too. No matter what you try to talk about,
Tryhard cappers, we're trying to play the game right. That's what the game mode is. But at the same time, have fun. Yeah, boy, die! I commit suicide! I think tonight I'm going to stop because I already did 2 hours, and I'm gonna say right now I think it's done tonight, but I'll see you tomorrow, man, because I am definitely really tired.
Okay, see you tomorrow then.
We gotta. I might do in the afternoon because my violin lessons start in the afternoon for me, so.
See you tomorrow then.